Story 1, A New Beginning. Emma had always dreamed of starting a new life in a different city. One day, she decided to abandon her small town and move to the capital. She was keen on finding new opportunities, though her younger sister was jealous of her courage. She packed her things with great tact, making sure not to forget anything important. Before leaving, she made an oath to return one day. Her old house was left vacant, and she faced many hardships in the city. Finding a job was difficult, but she met a gallant stranger who offered to help her. With the right data, she applied for several jobs. Since she was unaccustomed to city life, she struggled at first. She rented a small apartment, and her neighbor was a bachelor who helped her qualify for a good position. One night, she heard a terrible scream. The police found a corpse in a nearby alley. She felt the need to conceal her fear and act normal, but the dismal atmosphere scared her. The weather was also frigid, and few people dared to inhabit the dark streets. Emma's hands became numb from the cold. She knew she was in peril and decided to return home early. As she lay down, she saw a shadow recline near her window. She wanted to shriek, but she remained quiet. Was it something sinister? The next morning, she realized it was only a tree shadow. Feeling safe, she was tempted to place a wager that her fears were just imagination. Over time, she became a typical city woman. She earned a minimum salary at first, but she saved money wisely. As jobs were scarce, she worked hard to improve. After an annual meeting, her boss was persuaded to give her a better position. Hard work was essential for success. Emma realized that life in the city was a blend of challenges and opportunities. She became more visible in her company and soon bought an expensive apartment. She discovered she had a talent for business and began to devise a new career plan. Years later, she expanded her work to wholesale trade and helped eliminate joblessness in her community. She was no longer afraid of any villain because she had become strong. Even though the city was dense, she learned how to utilize every opportunity. The summers were humid, and her success proved the theory that determination leads to achievements. She often descended from her office to circulate among employees. She built an enormous network, and the fear she once felt vanished. One day, she returned to her hometown, keeping her tradition alive. Though she now lived in a rural area, she never saw it as a burden. She had studied at a great campus and knew that the majority of dreams could be achieved. She helped assemble a team to explore more business opportunities. Emma had truly found her place in the world. Words used: abandon, keen, jealous, tact, oath, vacant, hardship, gallant, data, unaccustomed, bachelor, qualify, corpse, conceal, dismal, frigid, inhabit, numb, peril, recline, shriek, sinister, tempt, wager, typical, minimum, scarce, annual, persuade, essential, blend, visible, expensive, talent, devise, wholesale, eliminate, villain, dense, utilize, humid, theory, descend, circulate, enormous, vanish, tradition, rural, burden, campus, majority, assemble, explore.